everyone, just coming on now to share with you my project. This is the first in a series of three projects which are called All Things Spring. This has been organised by the lovely Crafting Shed Davies, Jane, and we upload on the first Friday of each month. And this is my first project, so I thought I would do it with you. I have started it, so see I've covered the front of this piece of packaging that I am recycling, and this I'm making this into an ephemera holder. So basically what I've done is I've covered the front with a piece of paper, 3 pieces of paper in fact, because the 12 by 12 didn't fit, and as you can see, there's a bit of an overhang on each side. First of all, I'm going to cut away the corner there. Just cut that away on all 4 corners. And just cut this one as well. When you cut, you don't want to go right to the point of the card. You want to leave a little bit of an overlap. So I think that will be okay now. So I'm just going to stick this down. Oops, sorry. I'm working under difficulty because the arm of my thing that holds my camera doesn't like the weight of the phone, and I haven't got anything very high to hang it from, so it's really quite low on my desk. So anyway, I'm just going to go all the way around, just putting glue on these flat bits. So this was a sleeve actually, this piece of packaging. So it folded like this, and then there was another bit here, so it was a sleeve, which I just cut off one edge, and I cut it down a little bit because it was a weeny bit too big. So I'm just going to stick all these bits down and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I've tried to lift the camera up a little bit so that I don't hit it all the time when I'm using the glue. So as you can see, I've already laid down one piece of paper for the inside, and when you cut the paper for the inside, it needs to be a little bit smaller than the actual size of the page, because we want to sort of these pieces which have been turned over can show a little bit, and that just gives us a whole neater edge all the way around. So I'm just going to glue this piece down. And you can also see that my piece of paper isn't wide enough, but we can sort that in a minute. So I was lucky in that the spotty paper that I've used, the yellow spotty paper, which I think is quite spring-like, is non-directional. So for the front, I used another strip on the front, but I'm going to use a contrasting one on the inside. So there we are, that's glued down, and I'm just going to stick that down there, like so. So for now I'm going to cover this piece. So I've got a strip of a contrasting colour, and I'm just going to line it up there and here. Just so I want it to be level with the inside paper. So I'm just going to cut that off using my guillotine. So just going to line that up and cut that off. So that piece. So that should now fit perfectly. So we're going to turn it up the right way. Let me see what the front looks like. So at the moment I can have it either way, but once I start putting things that have a direction on them, of course I have to be careful. So the important thing is to put lots of glue around the edges so that it sticks. I'm just using my tacky glue from Anita's Tacky Glue. You can use any glue you like. I find this one isn't too wet for sticking paper, and it does dry almost immediately, and it does dry clear, so it has lots of value. But also you could use double-sided tape if you wished. Okay, so that's that. So that's stuck down now, and I'm just going to score where the folds are. Just going to score along there so that to allow for the paper to, oops, see, because it will move a bit. Now, let's see. Oh, it's moved quite a bit. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so just stick that in there like that. Okay, so the glue has dried, so I'm just going to add some more glue. So this is going to be an ephemera wallet, and it will be part of a giveaway at the end of this series. So keep watching all the every month till you know what is going to go inside it. Okay, so there we are. So I think that's all right now. I'll just squash that down. No, it doesn't want to stick. I might just have to use some sticky tape, I think, on here. Just going to run it down here. Let's see, that gives better adhesion. There we are. Yeah, that's better. And that's better. Okay, as you can see, I'm having a bit of a trouble here, but not to worry. It will be all right on the night. Now my piece of paper has gone like this, so I'm going to see if I can take it off. Dear, this is, no, I can't. So, well, as you can see, it's not perfect. My paper has gone, instead of being straight, has gone to one side. But that's all part of the joy of crafting, isn't it? So, and now I've got sticky stuff here, which I have to find something to stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some pockets on this. So that's my idea, is to have some pockets. So I might just stick these now. So I'm going to have 4 pockets on each side, like this. So what I did was I cut 3-inch squares and cut them in half diagonally. So I want them to be as near to this line as possible, because what I'm going to put in them has to fit, of course. So I'm going to leave as much room as I can on this side. So something like that should be all right. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave this, just see what I can do about that piece of glue there. That's thing. So I'm going to decorate the front. So as I've got a line here, I'm going to put some of this gold trim, I thought, down there. So I'm going to use my glue and hope that it sticks it. Just going to put a bead of glue all the way along here. I don't know, people, you know, sometimes we're ashamed when we make mistakes and, you know, things don't go quite as we had planned. But I think it's always good to show the mistakes because none of us is perfect. There's always a way around it, and it gives a bit of uniqueness, isn't it, to our project? So okay, so hold on a second. Sorry, I had a visitor. So yeah, so I'm just gluing this down and snipping it off at the edge. So I think that looks quite nice. I'll just snip off this little bit here. It's hanging over. And because it's spring, I wanted to decorate it with something spring-like. So I have this stencil, which I actually got, I think, in a de-stash from the lovely Kaz, and it says, you can see, spring bird, although it says swing bird. Anyway, we'll take that as an R, and the lovely blossom and the bird and everything, and that sings spring to me, because you know the birds are singing and the flowers are coming into bud, and the blossom, etc. So I love spring. So so this is what I've done. I've done it on a piece of watercolor card. I've just put in the spring without the bird, and then I've just used a variety of inks to stencil it. So I'm just going to stick this on the front. I'm going to use this tape because the I don't actually like using these rollers very much. A, there's not very much in them, and B, I find them a bit expensive to use, but I had that in my stash, so I'm trying to use it up. So there we are. So I'm just going to stick that here on the front, and I might put it underneath a little bit underneath, so that there. So that's going to go there, and then I've got some rabbits, which also means say spring to me. So I've got some wooden rabbits, which I've just gone over with a bit of brown ink. So I've got 5. So I thought they could be playing underneath, sort of something like that. So I'm just going to stick these down. This one, and 2, 3. It's a pity they're all sitting in the same position, but anyway, there we are. They're all attentive, and that's the 5th one. So that's the front of the ephemera pocket, and we'll just go back inside now. I'm going to stick down these things. So I'm just going to run some glue along the bottom of this one, because it's already stuck here with the glue, and on this one I'm just going to run a bead of glue here and put that there, and again just a bead of glue on 2 sides of the triangle, and just bring that there. I'm doing this a bit by eye. Hope it's going to be all right. And again, bead of glue along here and along here. As near to that one as I can make it. So there we are. So that's that side. And we'll just do the other side. So again, bead of glue along the shorter sides, and there's it's about there. So This is going to work. This is the first time really that I've tried doing something like this live and also so I've got my pocket. I actually don't want the top bit of it to stick, and now I remember. I want it to be a pocket, but I want there to be a bit of looseness. Okay, just in case what I'm making doesn't fit inside. To wait and see. So I'm just gluing a little way up one side and then along the bottom. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and do go over and see what all the other people who in this collaboration have made, and we'll be back next month to continue this journey. So that's my folder. So that's the front. I'm quite pleased with how it's come out, and this is the inside. And then the back at the moment is plain. There may be some attachments to the back, but I'll wait and see what I feel about that. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you all for watching, and take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.